Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about how to get the Fortnite font on Pixlr, and then also we're going to be talking about a few of my personal favorite fonts that I like to use for thumbnails and banners and other stuff like that. But before I start the video, make sure you guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. And also, I do want to start a new series on this channel. It's going to be a free graphics Friday. So every Friday I'm going to be doing some free graphics for you guys, choosing one of my fans and supporters to go ahead and make a free banner or a free thumbnail for. So if you guys do want to see this series drop next Friday, go ahead and leave a comment on this video and other videos. I just want to make sure that I have enough support to be able to choose a winner and have enough people enter. And also, if you guys want to follow any of my social medias, they'll be popping up down below every now and then, so make sure you guys check that out. And let's get into the video. Alright, so if you guys usually download fonts, you probably use defont.com. That's where I download most of my fonts. But for this Fortnite font, I couldn't find it anywhere on defont.com. So what I did was I searched it on Google and then downloaded it off of a third-party website. So for this, you're gonna want to go ahead and go to Google and search what I have right here, Burbank Big Condensed Black Font. This is basically the most official font that you're gonna find as far as Fortnite goes. Now, personally, I downloaded it off of the first website that I saw on this screen. Now, I downloaded it off this website and I didn't get any viruses or anything like that, so just be careful what website you download it off of, but this is the one that I personally use. I just clicked the first one, and then you're gonna go ahead, and it does look very much like the Fortnite font. I think this is the best font to use for that. So you don't want to click any of these ones. These are gonna be ads and stuff like that, but you're gonna go ahead and click I'm Not a Robot, and then click download. And then it should pop up on the bottom of the screen. Hit the up arrow and hit open. So once it pops up like this, you can go ahead and just hit install. Now, I already installed it, so I'm not going to do it again, but it literally only takes like a few seconds, and then you can just go ahead and hit the X out of it, and you don't have to do anything with that at all. Now, this is going to be the tricky part, and this is kind of like the main reason why I'm making this video, is because if you're on Pixlr, say you're designing something and you go ahead and download a font, and then you go to the text thing, you go here and you're looking for it, and it's not really going to be there. 99% of the time, it's not going to be there. So the reason for this is that Pixlr is a website. It's website based. So the difference between Pixlr and Photoshop is that Photoshop is a software that you download. When I go ahead and download this font on the internet, it's going to show up immediately into Photoshop. But I'm guessing most of you guys are using Pixlr since you're on this channel and you guys can't really afford Photoshop. So basically, you guys are definitely going to want to save your project, save whatever you're on. So once you save your project, save your progress, your background, whatever, so you can work on it later. I'm going to give you guys a few options as to how to get the font to show up. So this is literally from personal experience. I've used Pixlr for about 5 to 6 months before I got Photoshop. And from personal experience, it never shows up right away. Like, it never shows up. I've refreshed the page and it doesn't show up. I've, clicked out of the tab, opened it up, and it doesn't show up. And the best way that I've found to get the font to show up is to just exit out of the tab, like right here, and then go into Microsoft Edge or Mozilla Firefox in a different browser, go into Pixlr, and then see if it shows up there. And then if that doesn't work, go ahead and restart your PC and then open the browser again, and it'll definitely show up. Now, it definitely sucks for you guys that if you're in the middle of something and you want the font and you can't get it, and you have the thought in your head and you want it right away, but this really is the only workaround for Pixlr. Now, what I would recommend for you guys is to download just a bunch of fonts, like in a row. Go through the font, find a bunch of them that you like, download them all in a row, restart your PC, restart your browsers, and then you'll have all of them available in the font section. So after you restart your PC, restart everything, go through the various fixes, trying browsers before you restart. You're gonna see it in this eventually. I promise you guys it'll show up. Definitely use this wheel, otherwise a lot of them don't show up like in between. There you see it, Burbank Big. And then you can go ahead and just type whatever, and it is pretty much exactly the same as the Fortnite font. So now that I've showed you guys how to get the Fortnite font, I want to show you guys a few of my personal favorite fonts that I like to use for various designs. So one of my favorite ones that I've been using since the first day I started designing is Batman. Now, I believe the full name of this isn't Batman. I believe it's like Batman Forever, something like that. It's this one right here, and honestly, this is one of my favorite fonts in general. I just think it looks super unique and clean. So this is what this one looks like. You can change the color, borders, and everything like that. I just personally like how this font looks, and it even looks cool italicized as well. Yeah, I usually do bold and italicized, and then just leave a little space on the after and before it too, so all the text shows up. Personally, one of my favorite fonts to use. So another one of my favorite fonts that I use is called Dream MMA, and you guys can go ahead and search these names on dafont.com and you will find these. Other than the Fortnite one, I have found all of these on dafont.com, and it is the same exact download process as I showed you guys before, but this font is actually one of my very top favorites. The thing about this font, just a heads up for you guys, is that you can't do capital letters. So if I type in a capital letter, it'll just show up as regular text. And then if I just do lowercase, it'll just show up as its normal font. I think this font is really clean and it looks really cool with like futuristic designs. You can change the color and borders and everything like that and make it look super cool. I've also made 3D text with this kind of font too, and it looks super dope. So yeah, Dream MMA. You guys can search on dafont.com if you want. Super dope font. So I didn't know if I wanted to show you guys this one or not, because I don't really use it for anything other than specific designs, but I actually have made a few Rick and Morty designs. Kind of just banners for people or profile pictures and stuff like that. And on dafont.com, if you guys really want to just go and search stuff, you can find all sorts of different kinds of fonts and stuff like that. I found one called Get Swifty, and it's literally the Rick and Morty font, and I thought it was super cool. And it's just really different, and I don't see a lot of people using it. So that's the thing, if you guys want to make that kind of stuff, I don't know, just kind of interesting to me. And then two of my personal favorite fonts that I like to use all the time, just because I love Japanese style art and stuff like that. Japanese 3017. This is one of my absolute favorite fonts. I think it looks super cool, and if you guys can make 3D text with this, it looks really, really dope. I would highly recommend using this with other Japanese type style graphics. It looks super, super dope. And another Japanese one that I have downloaded, which isn't as good, or I don't like it as much as this one, is Japanese style, but it also looks very, very cool. Just a little different of a kind of font than the other one. So another font that I've used before, which I haven't really used very often, is the actual Pokemon one. So you can actually get a Pokemon font, and I don't know, I just think it looks really cool and it's really unique for certain designs. And I honestly think you guys should use, you know, fonts that other people aren't using, and I think you should really go out of your comfort zone and use stuff that you haven't used before. And I would really recommend using fonts like this, because I do think they're super cool and unique. And you guys can make logos, you guys can make, you know, Fortnite clan logos with this text. Like if you have team cloaks, you can put like TC with this font, and you can kind of like move the letters around and do your own thing with it. It looks super, super dope. So we're gonna finish it off with the two more fonts. This font I like using, is kind of reminds me of Dream MMA, the one I showed you guys before. It's called Quantum, and it kind of just adds a cool futuristic, you know, style to your text. I like using this one a lot for just simple purposes like social medias, like Instagram handles and Twitter handles and stuff like that. And then another one you guys have seen on my channel before that I like using for logos and stuff like that is Run Demo, and you can find this one on dafont.com as well. And this is one of my personal favorites, as it is very unique and almost gives like a wind texture kind of to the text itself. I really, really love this, and I'd really recommend this to you guys. It looks super cool with Fortnite stuff, and it looks super cool when you border it with the different colors, stuff like that. Honestly, highly, highly recommend this font. And I think that's it for all my fonts. If you guys have any questions about any of this, leave it in the comment section down below, and I will answer it as soon as I can. And also, don't get frustrated when your font doesn't show up. The first thing I would try for you guys is going ahead and opening Microsoft Edge or Mozilla Firefox, and it might show up. Just go to Pixlr.com on those, and then just open your project that you've already saved. It will definitely show up eventually. If you try restarting your PC, doing all of what I've told you, it will definitely show up. And if you guys have any questions or it's not showing up for you guys, just leave a comment down below and I'll help you guys out as much as I can. And if you found this video helpful, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really, really helps out the channel, and it motivates me to make more videos like this to help you guys out. And I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace. So come over tonight.